I do believe we've never had a situation like this where we have a president who we fundamentally can't believe. I do believe he lies virtually every time he opens his mouth.
Give me an example.
I believe, Stuart, I'll give you an example just from yesterday, and even his staff, Stuart, admitted that he lied this week when he said there were high-level phone calls between the United States and China. Trump said that repeatedly. His staff came out yesterday and admitted that the President of the United States lied to the world to manipulate the markets. I have a problem with that.
They did. That's not a lie. Let's not get technical.
That's not a lie?
No, it's not a lie. If the man says, and he did, that high-level talks had been held with China, that is not a lie. They were held with China.
Stuart, he said there were high-level phone calls with Chinese officials. His staff admitted that was not true, that he lied in order to manipulate the market.
Okay, give me another one. Give me another one. That doesn't work.
He said that Hey, Stuart, really, you don't believe that that's a lie?
No, I don't.
You don't?
And I really object to you saying to me, and you know it is, Stuart. I do not know it is.
Stuart,
and please don't bring me into your nonsense.
Stuart, do you believe this president lies?
No.
You don't believe he's ever lied?
He exaggerates and spins.
Okay, do you believe he's ever told the American people a lie?
No.
Okay.
This is Fox Business host Stuart Varney, for lack of a better word, lying about Trump lying. He says that Trump has never once lied, even going so far as to claim that the worst Trump has done is exaggerate and spin, which, to be clear, is both spin and a lie. Varney literally says that Trump's claim just this week about him making a high-level phone call to China for the sole purpose of boosting markets wasn't a lie, and criticizes Joe Walsh for supposedly getting technical.
That's not a lie. Let's not get technical.
That's not a lie?
No, it's not a lie.
And okay, it technically might not have happened, but it also literally never happened. China said that it never happened, and Trump's own aides admitted it never happened. Literally both sides involved have already acknowledged it's not true, and yet Varney remains resolute in his defense of Trump, digging in his heels and vowing that the president has never lied. The same guy who said he knew nothing of the Stormy Daniels hush money payouts while he was literally signing the checks. The same guy who said that the Trump organization had absolutely nothing to do with Russia while it was working toward building a Trump Tower in Moscow. The same guy who said that the China tariffs are making America rich at the same time that uncertainty over the trade war was pushing us closer to a recession. The same guy who said that he's building miles and miles of new wall when not one single foot of new barrier has been constructed. The same guy who said that the Republicans, not the Democrats, support protecting coverage for pre-existing conditions. And look, I can go on, but that would indicate that Varney is speaking in good faith, and he's clearly not. Varney obviously has an agenda, likely for a number of reasons. First, he's performing for an audience of one. This comes at a time when Fox hosts, including Shep Smith and Neil Cavuto, have been outspoken in their condemnations of Trump.
We don't work for you. I don't work for you. My job is to cover you, not fawn over you or rip you. Just report on you, to call balls and strikes on you. My job, Mr. President, our job here is to keep the scores, not settle scores. It is called being fair and balanced, Mr. President, yet it is fair to say you're not a fan when that balance includes stuff you don't like to hear or facts you don't like to have questioned.
And just moments ago, the president tweeted that the report is, as he put it, fake news. But the president also said in the tweet that the wall is going up rapidly. It is not. As we just reported, there is no new wall, only replacement for walls which were in need of repair or upgrade. Those are the facts.
So if Varney sees an opening to rise into the upper ranks of a now fracturing television network, he's obviously going to try and claim his spot among the Tucker Carlsons and Sean Hannitys and Jeanine Pirros and Laura Ingrams. Because really, what's selling your soul if it means you get the occasional shout out on Trump's Twitter feed? But aside from that, Varney's likely also just performing his duty as a good little soldier to ensure Trump's re-election. Sure, he's parading as a journalist on a network masquerading as real news, but he's still a Republican and he's a millionaire on a network owned by billionaires. All all of whom stand to personally benefit from this administration's agenda. And so while he clearly has no qualms about exploiting his position as a journalist to serve his own self-interests, those who view Fox might not realize that he's just using a major media conglomerate to lend legitimacy to his own selfish desires. I mean, this isn't rocket science. Conservative news is run by millionaires and billionaires who fearmonger to their audiences about culture war BS like abortion and migrant caravans that conveniently only seem to pop up during election time. Whatever it takes to get the masses to vote for a party whose sole mission then is to give rich people tax cuts. It was literally Trump's highest priority. The guy who ran on a platform of populism, a tax cut for corporations and the ultra-rich that has since exploded our deficit. And Varney is absolutely no different. So if that means he has to twist himself into a pretzel to pretend that Trump's blatant lies aren't lies, that they're merely innocent exaggerations or harmless spin, then so be it. Because like Trump himself, Stuart Varney and the rest of his sycophants on Fox News will say whatever is necessary to protect Trump so he can continue to do their bidding.